it's kind of coming on the heels of Nvidia reporting great numbers last week, but the stock being weak. So I think maybe the good place to start is just talking about Nvidia, and I think your take on how, what you thought of the quarter, and how it came in relative to your expectations and pick them up.
Yeah, look, Tom, I mean, I think that it was probably the most anticipated earnings that we've seen, I don't know, in a decade or ever, right? And in terms of watch parties and everything else, for Nvidia, just take out the noise in terms of numbers and in terms of what happens. Blackwell delays put to rest. Think about all the agita over the last few months on that. And that's similar to what we're seeing in our checks throughout Asia. Demand, we believe demand's outstripping supply 12, 15 to 1. And nothing we saw from numbers or metrics makes me think that that's dissipating.
In the intricate tapestry of the global stock markets, a narrative is emerging that holds the attention of investors, analysts, and tech enthusiasts alike. This tale is woven around Nvidia, a towering figure in the semiconductor arena renowned for its cutting-edge technological advancements. As 2024 unfolds, Nvidia has continued to outpace expectations, achieving a dazzling 180% rise in its stock value. This remarkable surge is largely attributed to an overwhelming demand for its AI-accelerated graphics cards, which are setting new standards in the industry. However, that's merely one facet of a broader and more complex picture. The story has garnered further intrigue following a strategic move by Bank of America, which has elevated its price target for Nvidia stock from $165 to $190. This bold decision has ignited intense debates regarding Nvidia's future market trajectory, prompting both optimistic projections and cautious analyses. These developments invite us to delve deeper into the dynamic forces shaping this titan's journey through the ever-evolving tech landscape. Beyond impressive statistics and market speculation, Nvidia's remarkable journey underscores its critical role in the wider technological ecosystem, serving as a guiding force in the advancement of AI and computing technologies. Indeed, Nvidia is not just influencing the immediate financial metrics, but is also shaping the future of numerous industries by leading the charge in artificial intelligence and machine learning applications. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
Nvidia is still at the center of the entire transformation that's coming with AI, and Nvidia continues to be one of the leading companies. So, from a long-term investor perspective, I think anyone should look at Nvidia's congestion and consolidation as opportunities to add if they don't have exposure. And then I think for anyone else, it's just a time to be patient because, of course, stocks don't just go straight up.
There are a couple stocks, however, moving higher. Nvidia is up about 3%. Yes, almost 3%. The company hosting a 3-day summit in Washington starting today. It's up 25% over the past month. That move has pushed its market cap back up above $3 trillion and passed Microsoft into second place behind just Apple.
You shared a cautionary tale with us about how even the most influential, revolutionary companies can eventually, their stocks can go down. Here's Microsoft from 1997 to 2006, and it just said wham! It took 17 years to break even. This is not where Nvidia is right now, is it?
We don't think so, Charles, but we work with retail high net worth investors, and we tend to forget the past sometimes when things are good. I call it the crucible of fear and greed. When things are good, everybody wants to be in, right? When things are bad, everybody wants to be out. So we put a little piece together on Microsoft to remind people that the absolute best company you could argue in the last 30, 40 years went through some tough times. Nvidia has been going up, so our phones have been ringing off the hook. We got to have more Nvidia, got to have more Nvidia.
Immersing ourselves in the world of Nvidia, we discover a story that transcends typical Wall Street hype, reflecting a meticulously crafted ascent rooted in its formidable dominance of the AI chip market. Commanding an astonishing market share of 80% to 85%, Nvidia stands poised to capitalize on an expansive $400 billion opportunity, as highlighted by analysts at Bank of America. Their confidence is further fortified by Nvidia's latest technological marvel, the Blackwell processors. Imagine an illustrious guest making an entrance that leaves a room breathless. This is Blackwell, boasting an incredible quadruple boost in AI training performance and a nearly unbelievable 25-fold improvement in energy efficiency and cost-effectiveness over its predecessors. It's no wonder that quips circulate in trading circles wishing for similar efficiency in mundane appliances like coffee machines. This leap in performance positions Nvidia as a pivotal player in the AI race, where speed and power are paramount. Nvidia's Blackwell processors are attracting more than just technical appreciation. They are captivating the interest of cloud computing giants such as Amazon Web Services, Google, and Microsoft. These industry leaders are eager to leverage the processor's unparalleled capabilities, drawn in by CEO Jensen Huang's claims of skyrocketing demand. This anticipation heralds a significant revenue surge in upcoming fiscal quarters. It's not merely Nvidia's technical prowess that is driving market optimism. Facts and figures provide compelling evidence. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
So you recently added to Nvidia. When we have analysts talking about, the cost of catching up, it seems, as I said, implicit they're talking about Nvidia, the cost it's going to take to try and catch up, maybe not all the way to Nvidia, but at a place to be certainly more competitive.
Yeah, that's a tall order. I mean, so first of all, I think, Dr. Lisa Su is amazing, so I would never discount her. And actually the revenue guide was like 7.5 versus 7.54. And they even said plus or minus 300. So to me, it's just like sentiment was coming in wanting a big number. Obviously, the gaming was weak. But I do think that this whole catch-up trade, just in general, if you think about it, NVIDIA is also cannibalizing themselves with creating faster, bigger GPUs like Blackwell. And there will be a point when these big cloud service providers go from training to inference, and then all of a sudden, do they need all that compute? And so I think this catch-up trade, I'm not so sure about that, because by the time they catch up, well, we need all of these chips or GPUs anyway. And so I think the market has sniffed this out. It's up, what, 2% for the year? Versus NVIDIA's up, what, 160?
Barely.
And
well,
so
we're going to show you.
Yeah.
Present corporate earnings from its data center operations amount to a staggering $49 billion, marking just the beginning of a potentially prolific $84 billion revenue by fiscal 2025. An economic story that reads almost like a fairy tale. Despite this promising trajectory, not all feedback is glowing. Some critics emphasize a moderate 9% potential stock-level upside as a potential concern. Nevertheless, with Bank of America maintaining its bullish stance, Nvidia is positioned to potentially surpass existing market consensus. Further evidence of optimism includes a projected annual earnings growth rate of 57% over the next 5 years, a prospect that tempts technology investors. Could Nvidia be the golden investment in the AI domain? The evidence presents a compelling case. Nvidia's relentless innovation isn't confined to its existing achievements. It embraces future prospects, including autonomous vehicles, where its processors are poised to power intelligent systems. Moreover, industries such as gaming and blockchain are ripe for disruption, affording Nvidia additional leverage to expand its formidable market share even more. With each step, Nvidia is not just meeting market demand but is actively shaping it, paving the way for groundbreaking changes across sectors. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make. So if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Let me ask you before I get to Meta then, since you brought up, the beneficiaries of the spend. What's going on with AMD? You own that.
Yeah.
That stock's having a terrible day. It's trying to play catch up, I think is fair to say. What's your own view for somebody who actually owns the stock?
Yeah, so the debate internally is AMD, if you weren't looking at the results from NVIDIA and others, is doing really quite well. It's growing nicely. The growth is reaccelerating. They upped their targets for their AI data center business. However, those expectations today are much lower than they were at the beginning of the year. And the expectations for next year are still lower than they were at the beginning of the year. In other words, AMD is expected to be a huge winner right now it's a winner, but you've got other places that seem to be winning the battle there.
But I mean, as long as it's compared to Nvidia in the near term,
right,
that's the potential problem moving forward, right? It's
right.
a problem until it's not.
Correct.
But I mean, the outlook, when do you have an idea that you really think that AMD can be a viable competitor to Nvidia? Because that's what the market seems to only care about.
Well, one of the challenges that they have is NVIDIA itself is a tremendous competitor. So NVIDIA's next generation of chips is talking about leapfrogging again. And there's kind of a fear, like, frankly, AMD's seen it before long ago. Remember when it was a competitor to Intel but never really could gain market share? It lived in that sort of middle land for decades. So we'll see in the next year, I think, whether or not AMD can start to gain back share against NVIDIA. But for now, it remains sort of a second source supplier. Mm-hmm. And the fear is that NVIDIA, not only ramping up the technology, but improving supply, may sort of cap AMD's near-term opportunity.
I mean, in conclusion, NVIDIA typifies the captivating saga of stock market resilience and forward-thinking vision. With its groundbreaking technological advancements and robust financial outlook, NVIDIA presents a compelling opportunity for investors seeking refuge and opportunity in the burgeoning AI sector. The company's forward earnings multiplier renders it particularly attractive when juxtaposed with other tech giants, cementing its status as a stock of enduring value rather than a fleeting trend. As expert observers foresee, NVIDIA is sculpting a trajectory toward unparalleled stock market growth with the potential to meet and even exceed Bank of America's considered price projections. NVIDIA's unwavering dedication to research and development, coupled with strategic partnerships, constructs a resilient foundation, ensuring its leadership position remains unchallenged in the foreseeable landscape. As we hover at the brink of what could be an epoch-defining era for NVIDIA, an essential question arises. Will you stand by and simply watch this high-flying AI juggernaut, or will you take a stake in this growth narrative? Your portfolio may be holding the key to unlocking immense growth that NVIDIA promises. What's your perspective on this ongoing saga? Share your views and invest with wisdom. As technological paradigms shift and new landscapes emerge, NVIDIA not only embodies a captivating investment prospect, but also stands as an emblem of the relentless march towards a future edged out by advancements in artificial intelligence and groundbreaking innovation. What's your strategic play in this dynamic scenario? As investors ponder their next moves, NVIDIA continues to chart a bold course into the future, a beacon of technological progress that promises to redefine the landscape as we know it.